Zwom. Doot, 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 doot. BMO.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another BMO Creative crypto video. So this one is about the Uktena. According to Cherokee legends, the Uktena are giant snakes that live in the rivers and lakes of the Great Ohio Valley and Appalachian Mountains. The Uktena come and go from this world to the underworld. They enter the underworld through caves that are found under the waters of rivers and lakes, and also through certain entrances into the earth where there are springs. Uktena are as large around as tree trunks, with horns or antlers and even wings depending on the tribe. They have scales glittering like sparks of fire, rings or spots of color along its whole body length, and cannot be wounded except at the seventh spot from the head. So I'm not sure if that's the seventh ring or the seventh spot from the head. I don't know what that means, but let's move on. Because under this spot is where the heart is located and its life. All descriptions say a bright blazing crest like a diamond is on its forehead of red quartz called ulunsuti, which translated means becomes transparent. The blazing stone is also said to have power over light and dark and future and past. The person that can take it may become the greatest wonder worker of their tribe, but it is worth a man's life to attempt it, because whoever is seen by the Uktena is so dazed by the bright light from the stone in its head that he runs towards the snake's mouth instead of trying to escape it, and of course they're killed. Some of the oldest stories I found about the Uktena come from when the world of the Aniyunwiya, which is what Cherokees actually call themselves, was new. All living things were great in size and strength. One of the many creatures that had been created and placed upon Anidaxi Ama Yali by Uneth Lana, the apportioner, was the Uktena. So their god created giant prehistoric animals, and one of them was the Uktena on this earth. It loses the job of sun killing to the rattlesnake and is killed by a giant bird for eating the giant bird's eggs. One man was even turned into an Uktena by what the Cherokee call the little people, but that's another story, I guess. The thing that caught my eye about this story is the Ulunsuti crystal, because if you watch my channel, you know I did a video about a Sasquatch exile called the Nun Unuwi that was in possession of one of these crystals. The stone was carried in a circular buckskin pouch along with a little red pigment, almost like a chalky pigment, and must never be kept in the house, but in a safe, dry place outside the house away from people. When one gazes into the Ulunsuti stone, one will see either a red or a white streak like blood appear inside the stone. Only certain priests know how to use these stones and can invoke certain formulas or prayers, which are aids to humans when used properly. The Eastern Cherokee still keep one, which was brought to them by a hero of long ago, nearly the shape of a cartridge bullet, so it's not very big, about the size of an index finger, with a blood red streak running through the center from the top to the bottom. They describe the care of it as well. They said the current owner keeps it wrapped in a whole deer skin and only brings it out once a year around Christmas. Inside an earthen jar, he keeps it inside the deer skin, inside an earthen jar, hidden away in a secret cave in the mountains. Every 7 days or so, he has to feed the gem with blood from a small animal, a rabbit or a squirrel or something like that, by rubbing the blood onto the stone, covering the stone. And then he also has to do this twice a year with a larger animal like a deer or something. And if he forgets to do this, it is said that the stone will come out of the cave at night and fly like fire, basically like a laser, and strike the person that owns the stone or a family member that has the same bloodline as him and pull life from them. Not kill them, but just drain some energy from them. He can save himself from this danger just by talking to the stone. Apparently, it's not a telepathic connection to this magical stone. You have to actually speak to it, so it can't read your mind. And he can tell it that he won't be needing it for a long time before he puts it away. And then the stone will go dormant, like it's almost like a some sort of a ancient device of some kind. And then it'll lay asleep until he brings it out once a year. He has to cover it with blood first, and then he can use it. No person but the owner will venture near it for fear of sudden death, because it pulls energy from you. Even the conjurer who keeps it is afraid of it, and changes its hiding place every once in a while so that nobody else can find it, and so that the stone itself doesn't know where it is. When he dies, it is said that you have to bury him with this stone, otherwise the stone will spend 7 years searching for his body and attacking his family members because it needs energy from his bloodline. And if it can't find either one of those, then it will return to its original location where he hid it and go dormant until someone finds it. So the user of the Ulunsuti is assured success in everything and can see the future mirrored in the crystal as a tree is reflected in a stream, basically. And the conjurer knows whether a sick man will recover, whether a warrior will return from a war, and whether or not a youth will live to be old. So it can help you with divination, I guess. So what do you think of the Uktena or the Ulunsuti stone? Leave a comment below.
Yeah.
So I've researched this, of course, and there are stones like in India and in other parts of the world, all over the world, and it's called a snake stone or a nagamani, and they pull them from older snakes, and apparently this stone has the same abilities that the Uktena and the Ulunsuti have all the way in America. And this has been going on for thousands of years, apparently, this story about these stones that you can pull from snakes that are supposedly a combination of their pineal gland as they get older being covered with venom that they don't use because they get older. But the more the pineal gland gets covered with this venom, it shines, especially at night, and it draws little animals to the snake so that the snake doesn't have to hunt. The animals come to it because they see the shine of the stone, like it glows. Very strange. So it's very similar stories. Anyways, what do you think? So that is going to do it for this one. Thanks so much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe to BMO Creative for more crypto videos. Thanks. Bye.